Forrest Gump, directed by Robert Zemeckis, was released in 1994. It holds a spot of 77 on the AFI Top 100 list, and rightly so. The storyline is based on the novel by Winston Groom, released in 1986 with the same name. The story of Forrest Gump, played by Tom Hanks, pulls at your heartstrings throughout the entire film by taking you along the path Forrest took in his lifetime. The film begins with Tom Hanks sitting at a bus stop with a briefcase and a box of chocolates on his lap. A woman sits down next to him, and he immediately begins to talk to her about his mama and launches into the story of his childhood. The bus stop scene is interrupted by a flashback to him at the doctor's office getting braces on his legs. The following scenes give us an insight to his childhood, with the next interruption being Forrest and the woman back at the bus stop. This is essentially the entire movie. However, within this technique, there are other editing techniques used. There are elements of both continuity editing and discontinuity editing in this film. Our book defines continuity editing as, in the editing of movies, the point is to tell the story as clearly, efficiently, and coherently as possible. This is used in most modern movies in order to eliminate the concept of editing to the viewer. Discontinuity editing is defined as breaks the rules of continuity editing by seeking to achieve transitions between shots that are not smooth, continuous, or coherent. This film uses continuity editing in that the scenes within the flashbacks and the scene after the woman tells Forrest that the street Jenny lives on is only a few blocks away. It flows seamlessly until it is interrupted. In the same aspect, however, discontinuity editing is used. A montage is also used in this film. About 3/4 of the way through, Forrest embarks on a 3-year run for no particular reason. For the next 7 minutes, we see Forrest running from ocean to ocean, city to city, state to state, all while his hair and beard are getting exceedingly longer. Montage is defined in our book as the creation of a sense or meaning not proper to the images themselves, but derived exclusively from their juxtaposition. This not only gives us a sense of time passing quickly, but also gives us an insight to Forrest's true feelings about Jenny leaving without actually saying anything. When interviewed about Forrest Gump, Robert Zemeckis said, "I read the screenplay and couldn't put it down. It was compelling in a strange way because it didn't have any typical plot devices. All I wanted to do was find out what was going to happen to this guy." This is exactly how the movie comes across on screen. The perfect balance of flashbacks and current scenes and Forrest's distinct voice narrating the entire story draws you in from the very beginning. It makes you want to know what happens to him. Overall, the way the film is edited together makes the film. If the film had been edited in chronological order, we wouldn't know nearly as much as we did about Forrest before we even learned about his childhood. The use of flashbacks and montages are key in making Forrest Gump Forrest Gump. It just makes sense.